In this video, I'm going to show you how to split column data into separate columns using text to columns and flash fill. So I have a spreadsheet here. I have two columns, A and B, and in column A, I have a list with first and last name, and in column B, I have city, state, and zip. So in column A, I want to separate the first and last name into separate columns. So first of all, I'm going to create another column here. So I'm going to right click column B, click insert. So I want to place last name into this column B. So I'm going to highlight all the names in column A, and you want to make sure that you select the data tab, and on the right side this is the text to columns tab, and it gives you an explanation. It says, for example, you can separate a column of full names into separate first and last name columns. So I'm going to click on it, and this is the convert text to columns wizard. So I'm going to be using delimited. It is already checked. This is a preview of the selected data in column A. I'm going to click next. Now I want to select space under delimiters. I'll uncheck tab, and this is the data preview here. Click finish, and the names are split into first and last name into separate columns. I am going to undo this. I'll click the undo tab here. Now if I don't want the first and last name listed like this, instead I want the last name listed first. So I'm going to type Best, comma, and the first name is John. Now instead of typing all of the names here, so I just have to type the first letter of the last name. So that will be S, and as you can see, all the names are populated here. I just have to hit enter on the keyboard. I am going to undo this. Another way, click on flash fill. So all I have to do is click on flash fill, and as you can see, it populates the column. I'll click on do, and a shortcut to that is on the keyboard, use Control E or Control Enter. So I'll hit Control E on the keyboard and it populates. So Control E is the shortcut to flash fill. So I'm going to undo this. Now in column B, I have city, state, and zip, and I want to separate the city into one column, the state in another column, and the zip code in another column. So I'm going to highlight all the cells here, click on text to columns. I'm going to be using delimited, click next, and instead of space, I'm going to select comma because it has a comma after the city. I'll select comma, click finish. So the city is in one column. So another way I can populate column B with the cities, the first cell, I'll type Manhattan. So all I have to do is just type the first letter of Frankfurt. So I'll just type F and it populates. Hit the enter key on the keyboard. I'll just undo this. So I can also use the flash fill tab. I'll click on that, and it populates column C. Use the Control Z on my keyboard to undo, and I can also hold the Control and E or Control Enter on the keyboard, and it also populates column C. Now in column D, I want to separate the state and the zip code, so I'll just highlight all the cells, click on text to columns, select delimited, click next. So under delimiters, I want to select space, click finish, and this is how it shows. Now in column D with a list of states, I can also populate this. In the first cell, I'll type the state, New York. So in the second cell, I just have to type K, and it populates. Hit enter on the keyboard. I'll undo this. Another way, use the Control and E on the keyboard, and it also flash fills here. I'll click on do, and I can also click on the flash fill tab. So in the zip code column, I can also use flash fill to populate the column. So for example, I just have to type the first zip code, and I'll select flash fill, and it populates the column. I'm going to undo that. I can also use the shortcut for flash fill, that's Control E on the keyboard, and it populates column G with the zip codes. So I hope this video was helpful to you. I thank you for watching. I ask you to subscribe.